This is the video tutorial for the Happy Days Mr. Fox cushion. And this is what you'll need. 2 contrasting fabrics, heat and bond light, buttons, needle and thread, and some toy stuffing. And this is how we make it. We'll start by making the shapes. If you haven't used heat and bond before, this is what you do. Place your fabric pretty sides down and take a piece of heat and bond and place it rough sides down. So you're looking at the smooth paper. And take your iron and simply press right over it. Once your fabric's cooled down a bit, take your template, and I'm doing the tail, and place it with the writing of the template underneath, so you're looking at the plain side, and then hold it carefully and then take a pen and simply draw all the way around. Once you've drawn all the way around it, simply take your scissors and cut around your pen line. I've cut it out, and the reason we did it this way around with the template is so that the tail will face this way. Now just repeat the whole process for the other shapes. That's my 3 pieces all cut out, and now we'll start putting it all together. We'll begin by cutting out 2 body pieces. Working from the top, place your first piece, as I've done, after removing the backing paper, and then when you're happy with the position, simply press into place. Don't worry too much if you can still see a bit of the back, because we'll hide all this when we sew it together. The next piece to put is the middle piece. Place it so the sides all match up. Don't worry, there's a gap here because we're going to cover that with a button. And when you're happy with the position, once again, press into place. Finally, place your tail piece into position, and once again ensure that it matches all the way around. There should be a gap there, that's fine. And then once again press it into place. Once you've got all your pieces pressed into place, it's time to sew them on. Using a zigzag stitch, you might want to practice which size stitch you want to use. And starting here, zigzag carefully all the way around. Zigzag all the way around here. All the way around here. And finally, zigzag the top of the tail. We won't be zigzagging along there. I've zigzagged around the shapes, and now it's time to add the buttons. Place your 2 buttons for eyes into place, and 1 for the nose. And when you're happy with the position and what they look like, sew into place. That's my 3 buttons sewn into place, and now we're going to put them all together. Take your other piece, your other body piece, and place right sides together. Line up all the sides and edges and then add some clips. I've added lots of clips, and I've also added my gap sign at the bottom, and it's from the gap sign I'm going to start, back stitch a few stitches, and then sew carefully all the way around. Take your time with this because there's lots of curves, and you want to use 1/4 inch seam allowance all the way around until you get to the end there, back stitch again and stop. I've sewn all the way around using 1/4 inch seam allowance, and I've also snipped with my scissors carefully all the way around the curves as well. This will make a much neater finish when we turn it. And turning is our next bit, so through the gap, carefully turn it the right way out. I've turned him the right way out, and I've carefully pushed out the ears, and I've also pressed all the way around. And the next bit is to add the stuffing. So using the hole at the bottom, carefully fill your Mr. Fox with stuffing. I've added the stuffing and I've sewn up the gap in the bottom, and that's your Mr. Fox cushion all finished.